Hey guys, hello and welcome to the Drought&Proud podcast.
Tonight we're going to be bringing you a special podcast that is the nighttime Drought and Proud podcast.
We're gonna be recording this podcast real late at night, so hopefully you're gonna be listening to it late at night.
Now, this is one of those videos you can just fall asleep on, with or next to, with it just being played. And, that's okay, That is perfectly fine. This is done. At the end of the video, it'll just say, would you like to watch this next video? And the next video will be our video. So you can just fall asleep, leave your phone on, and give us a whole bunch of your good old watch time and views. And that would be great.
And we're just gonna talk nice and slow and soft, and hopefully you guys won't say, hey, why are those guys being so obnoxious?
Yep, that's what's happening this week. Why did we decide to do this, Nick? Oh, my name's Chris,
And I'm Nick.
and we're gonna start with an explanation as to why we're doing this.
Chris, why are we doing this?
I asked you that earlier, but we're doing this because we're tired, and it's late at night. We had a lot going on today. Very exciting days going on, with a lot of things going on that are like real big. Now, of course, we're not going to talk about that because that's not the subject at hand. Because we don't want to tell you about anything exciting before you go to sleep, because then you'll stay awake.
Personally, when I go to sleep, sometimes I just lay in bed and I have the lights off in my room and I close my eyes, and sometimes I just get lost in my own little world.
Yeah.
You know? And I think about life, and I think about the meaning of it, and just kind of why we're all here. You know?
No, when I go to bed, I normally lay down in my bed. I think about how I want to go to sleep, but I'm not going to sleep. So that keeps me up at night. Yeah, it's a real problem there.
So you're kept up by the fact that you want to go to sleep?
Yeah, is it ironic? That's ironic.
That's really ironic.
Hilarious though, if I do say so myself. I feel like we're kind of like Bob Ross-esque during this podcast, like definitely.
Yeah, a little bit. We're just gonna talk about some happy little dreams and some happy little things that we do during the night, you know?
Yeah. So the other night I was tired and I was going to get some milk. Now I was half asleep at this moment. Hold on.
Are you yawning, Chris?
I needed to sneeze. I still need to sneeze.
Oh, don't sneeze in the mic. That was the loudest part of this entire podcast, was Chris's sneeze.
Well, as I was saying, I was going to get some milk. I was getting almond milk because I was half asleep. And when I'm half asleep, I don't make the right kind of judgment, so I put ice in my almond milk. And I came back to my room, I drank the milk, and then I ate the ice. But the thing is, I didn't know that this was all happening. I thought I was dreaming. So, I put the milk down, I fell asleep, and I was pretty sure that something real big happened. Like, I chewed on a piece of ice, and I hurt myself. I woke up in the next day, and I realized that that story that I just told actually happened to me in real life. Which is crazy. Because sometimes life is crazy.
Wow. You know, it doesn't really affect me as much anymore, but I used to be a really big sleepwalker when I was young. And I would sleepwalk anytime I felt like I was somewhere foreign.
Somewhere what?
Foreign?
Oh,
Or far
foreign.
away.
I thought you said somewhere born, the B. Like you were born there. And I was like, how often does this happen, Nick?
Yeah. Jesus Christ is Jason Bourne.
Yep. That's a good old movie meme reference. Huh? Nick, you tired?
Yeah.
Wow.
But so I used to sleepwalk really bad, and I slept in my parents' room until I was like 6 years old, because that was just, I don't know, I didn't really want to sleep in my own room. I just wanted to, you know, hang out with my parents. And so when the time came for my mom to, you know, put me in my room, because I was getting too big to sleep in their bed, so she would put me in my room, but then I would sleepwalk into her room, and I'd fall asleep in their room. And so I think that's how it started.
I did the same thing earlier. Not earlier, but earlier in life, where like I had my own room, but I'd wake up in my parents' bedroom, which is quite odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that most kids do. But mine got progressively more intense as I got kind of older.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sometimes I would. Well, one time I woke up and I was like fully dressed, like in bed, but I had gone to sleep in my underwear, and I was kind of just like, why am I? No, I had gone to sleep in my PJs, but I was fully dressed, and I was kind of just like, why am I fully dressed? You know? And so I asked my dad. I was like, hey dad, why am I fully dressed? Like, what happened? Did you dress me last night before, you know, while I was asleep? And it turns out that during the night, I had gotten fully dressed, and I went into my dad's room, and I woke him up, and I said, Dad, I'm ready to go for school. Like, let's go. I don't want to be late. And I did that at like 2 a.m., and I was totally asleep. And so my dad, like, you know, he's like, what is going on? Let me, blah, blah, blah. And I was trying to make him take me to school.
Yeah.
And then he, like, took off my shoes and took off my jacket that I was wearing, took off my socks, and he put me in bed.
Oh wow.
And, you know, I fell asleep. And so I woke up fully dressed. And another time, I went to bed, and I woke up.
You did ya?
Yeah. And when I woke up, I was wet, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
And I was probably like 8, so I thought I wet the bed. And I was really, I was scared, and I was like, oh my god, I just wet the bed. I'm like 8 years old, I'm gonna get bullied at school, because for some reason in my mind, I was like, if I wet the bed, everybody's gonna know. Like, even if I come to school all clean and nice, like, everybody's gonna know. Like,
no, I know.
I'm gonna have that look in my eye, you know? Like, the I wet my bed last night look.
Because people know, you know, like you always have that look in your eye when you pee your bed.
Yeah.
I see you come to school with that look, and I'm just like, I'm not talking to Nick anymore.
Chris.
Yeah.
Stop. Don't tell him that.
I'm just telling the truth.
So I asked my mom, or I tell my mom, I'm like, Mom, like, I think I peed the bed. And she's just like, oh no honey, you were taking a shower last night. And I was like, what? And so I guess in the middle of the night, I had gotten up, and I turned on the water in the shower, and I just stood in the shower, fully clothed.
Wow.
With the water running on me, and my mom, you know, she heard the shower, and it woke her up, and so she went in there, and I was standing there, just standing there. Like, my eyes were open, and I was just standing in the shower with the water coming on me, and the water was, like, cold. Like, I had the water set to cold.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and so she had to, like, pull me out and dry me off, and she, you know, redressed me, and then put me back in bed. Wow. But when I woke up, I guess I had done that late enough in the night that by the time I woke up I was still a little damp. And so,
well, your bed would still be damp anyway.
Well, yeah, I was just all wet, you know? And there was another time.
You have so many sleeping stories, Nick.
Dude, I sleptwalk a lot, I'm telling you. Like,
well, let's save some of those for a later date. Maybe if they like this enough, we'll do a part 2. But if nobody watches this, because we're very boring, then I'm sorry. But, you know, you're supposed to be going to sleep. What are you doing here?
Trying to be boring. We're just trying to be nice.
It's just late
and soft.
You need to go to sleep. I think by the time you get to this part in the episode, you might just be well off to sleep.
You know what bugs me is that my girlfriend falls asleep really easily.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. You know how there's just some people in the world that, like, they lay in bed, they close their eyes, and, like, bang, they're asleep?
Yeah.
That's not me.
I can't do that either.
Yeah, I like lay in my bed. I roll around a few times, you know. It's probably like a 5 to 10 minute process for me.
I don't know how long it takes me. It doesn't take me that long. It can.
Yeah, it
But
depends on how I feel.
I'm not normally angsty when I'm ready to fall asleep. I'm not always ready to fall asleep, to be honest, but I normally stay up until I'm just like, yeah, it's about time for me to go to sleep. I lie down in bed, put on some cool jams, some nice music, and I'll fall asleep. You think we should have something in the background of this podcast, like some wind chimes or
Yeah, something nice.
something nice? Let's put some wind chimes in the background right here.
Some nice, soft music that doesn't have anything to do with, I don't know, math.
Fuck math.
Fuck math.
I lose sleep because of calculus homework sometimes.
Yeah, I
And I
feel
know
it.
nobody's interested in this subject, but, you know, school, it's harder. Like right now. But it's okay, because I feel like I'm setting myself up for a future that I'm ready to live towards. Work towards? Yeah. Anyway, in Nintendo Switch news, Nintendo Switch came out yesterday.
Yeah, it looked pretty good to me.
Now, you
Breath
see,
of the
I
Wild
got
and stuff.
5 Nintendo Switches in
Oh,
my house
really?
right now. Yes.
Are we gonna have a giveaway, Chris?
Yeah, like this video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll give you a Nintendo Switch. Just kidding, because we don't have them. But they sure do look interesting, don't they?
Yeah, we should tag this video on Nintendo Switch because we talk about it for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, we'll name the video, we try Nintendo Switch for the first time.
And then they'll find out it's just a podcast about going to sleep.
Then they're gonna fall asleep and they'll watch all of our videos.
Exactly, with Masters of the Oh, but sometimes she'll like lay down with her and she'll just she'll just pass right out. And I'm just like, oh, like Amber or so much. And then like sometimes like she'll wake me up.
Yeah?
I'll wake her up. And like we'll be like talking for a little bit, but then she'll fall asleep mid-sentence.
Oh.
Or like I'll be saying something, and then she won't respond. And like I can always tell when she's falling asleep, because you know we'll be like semi-cuddling or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And you know how like your body's just like naturally kind of tense. I'll be talking to her, and then she'll just go, and all of a sudden her body will just go limp, and like I'll feel like all the muscles just go boom, nice and limp, and I'm just like,
You're getting to a weird kind of vibe.
no, I don't mean like nice. And
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But you could take this out of context.
Okay, Wall Street Journal. But like I can tell that like her body's gone limp, and I'm like, she's asleep, and she always has the same noise too. She has like this death rattle right before she falls asleep. But like only when like when she's kind of awake, and when she's kind of awake, she goes ah. Like when she first goes to sleep, she's just like, you know, good night. When she wakes up, and when she goes back to sleep, she goes ah. And she falls asleep.
When you fall asleep, you sleep talk. I remember one time we were chilling at a place. No, we were on our way driving home. Your mom was driving, and you were in the passenger seat. I was in the back, and she asked you.
I was in the back seat. I was sitting next to
Well,
her.
she had asked you where to go because you had the GPS on your phone. You fell asleep, but you were still telling her where to go. She asked you, Nick, where do we go? You said turn left, and there just so happened to be a left turn. We turned left. We ended up in Selma. Not where we were going. I'll tell you that. No, not Selma. We ended up in Salinas, which is a small little town in California.
Yeah, we ended up like 20 minutes like out of the way.
Yeah, and it's lucky that she was like, I don't think we were in the right way, because we weren't. You were telling her where to go in your sleep.
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy. You know, I never have conversations about myself, because nothing interesting happens to me. Everything interesting happens to you when
Why
I'm
don't
there.
you tell them about like your horrible habit that you have?
Which one?
Which one? The one where when you sleep, you know, you know.
Well,
Guys, you don't know this.
it's not like, I,
Guys, Chris is a sleep eater. He likes
Yeah.
to eat when
Well, I
he's
already talked
asleep.
about that a little bit, where I got some almond milk.
Yeah, but
It's not just all restricted to eating.
you didn't say that that's like what you do though.
Because I don't like classifying it as that, because I'm not 100% sure if that's what it is. But what happens is, I'll be asleep, and then I'll have a dream about me getting food, but it's a real thing, like it really happened. And I don't know, I get food. So I'll fall asleep, and then I'll have a dream that I'm eating something, and then it'll just happen. I'll just be waking up, be like, whoa, I just ate like 3 pieces of cake last night. And like, yeah. Well, what is equivalent to 3 pieces of cake, I would say. Because sometimes it's not like pieces. I remember one time I woke up and I got some of the cookies that we have. I ate them, and there was a glass of milk too. And like normally I know when I did it and it's like for real when I wake up and on the side desk next to my bed there's like a cup of milk. Yeah, Nick's actually looking at a cup that I had. That was from the other night. Almond milk and ice.
You ever like have a dream where like you're doing something that you do when you're awake?
It only happens with eating. Like, it doesn't happen with me getting up and doing something. It'll happen with me getting up, getting something from the fridge, or me getting up and just eating it. Like, it'll just happen. And it's weird because, you know, I don't go to sleep hungry. I go to sleep and I'm just like, well, time to go to bed. Sometimes I just eat food. So yeah. I haven't eaten anything particularly gross though, which means is like that's good because I have good taste. I hear about people who sleep eat and they eat mayonnaise and all that kind of stuff, but I've never gotten a good spoonful of mayonnaise that I know of.
That's good. I mean, no, I don't think anybody really wants a spoonful of mayonnaise.
Yeah, like I don't. So that's real. That's real.
I'll have dreams sometimes that like I'm just like like usually dreams like there's always something like a little bit off about them, and so like you wake up and you're like, yeah, that was a dream. Sometimes I just have super realistic dreams.
Oh wow.
I'll just like sleep and I'll just dream that I'm like I'll dream about texting somebody. Like I'll have a dream
And then you'll actually text them, I think.
and I'll just be like, yeah,
Is
that
that where you're
no, that's not where I'm going.
Ah, darn.
I'm just saying like I'll have a dream that I like had a conversation with somebody over text. And like I'll wake up and I'll be like, hey, were we texting about this last night? Like there's no evidence of it, but like maybe I deleted it in my sleep, and they're like, oh no, we didn't. But it's really weird.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'll have dreams where like I get up and I go pee, and I'm like, oh man, and then like I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh crap, I really need to pee. And so I'll dream about things that like happening during the night, but then I'll wake up and they will not have
It
happened.
won't have happened.
Yeah.
Because you dreamt about it.
Yeah.
You see, you ever had those dreams where you fall and you hit the floor and then you wake up?
Oh yeah.
Well, you see, I haven't had those dreams. Like, I've had them, but like, I didn't start having them until just about last year. Dreams where you're walking or something like that and you just fall down and you just wake up because you hit the ground or something like that. I've never had those experiences, and I finally had one, and they're exciting. I honestly wish I had more, but I don't know. I just think it's different, and it wakes me up, but then I go back to sleep, and like I don't enjoy waking up at the moment, but then I'm just like, that was pretty fun, you know, going back to sleep. It's like a little bit of a thrill that I just get. It's like watching a scary movie, jump scares and stuff like that. You're just like, ah, that was terrible in the moment, but you had some fun.
Yeah, I kind of like that feeling where like you're falling and then like as you're falling like your body like twitches.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, and you're like your whole body like sits up.
Yeah.
And because you think you're falling, and that's actually a product of evolution. Because humans at one point we would like sleep in trees. And or like we'd be like sleeping on the edge of the cliff, and so.
Yeah.
With that reaction, if we start to fall, Our body.
Nick, I don't want to hear you yawn.
Sorry.
One more time. If you yawn, I'm ending the podcast.
But if our bodies start to fall, like we wake up automatically so that we can adjust ourselves so that we don't fall to our death, you know? Because,
yeah.
believe it or not, your body tries to not kill you. But, yeah.
Wow, on that note, I think it's a great time to end the podcast.
You think we're done here?
Yeah, we talked about 20 minutes long, full of just about nothing.
Yeah, pretty good sleep conversations.
Yeah, hopefully you're asleep by now. If you're not, I'm sorry. You can watch this again. Or maybe watch another one of our things. So yeah.
Well, guys, this has been a really good and productive podcast. We've been talking for a little while. We've been listening to some smooth, slow jams.
Getting the talking going. So yeah, are we putting smooth jams or wind chimes?
Smooth wind chime jams.
We'll put wind chimes, I think, because that might be easier.
We'll try both. We'll try.
Are we in episode 2? Are we gonna upload 2?
Chris, I don't know.
I'm not gonna do that. We'll do one or the other.
Alright. Love you guys. Hope
if you want us to not do this, again, like the video.
What? I mean, not like or dislike manner, but let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Put it in the comments. Say, hey, this was
boring
as hell.
This was a boring podcast, and I didn't listen all the way through.
Well,
you know, if you're getting to this point and you didn't like it, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But you probably don't even hear this part because you can mic it and you left earlier.
Okay.
So this is a message to the person that didn't hear it. Bye.
Love you guys. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.